good afternoon, whoever it is that's watching this right now. And I think we have 2 live viewers. Hello to the both of you. Hey, how are you doing? My name is Jared Young. I'm an English teacher, and this recording is originally for my students at SMK Tabuan Jaya. Before this, I gave them the notes and exercises to do on their own, and then I wanted to do an online class to discuss the answers, but then faced a lot of connection problems and all this stuff, so I decided to put this recording on YouTube and have all of you here to watch it together, sharing this knowledge with as many students as possible who might need this information. So I'm Jared Young. I am in Kuching. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What is your name and where are you from? Where are you now, actually? So let me know in the live chat. There is a function right over there. Say hi. I see McLaren. Hello. McLaren, my student. Good to see you. Hi, Hosanna. It's good to see you again. It's been a while. And Hosanna's from Johor. I love Johor. All right, let me get started. Before we begin, let's start up with a warm-up activity. So there is this I don't know if you like Malay peribahasas, but I love peribahasa, and I think that English also has peribahasa, which is maybe as good, but BM peribahasa is very, very good. So I do something where I translate BM peribahasa to English. And today I want to challenge you. Can you translate this? What is sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit in English? Don't Google. Try and do this yourself, okay? Try and guess in the chat right now. I'll give you 1 minute, guys. Just guess. It doesn't have to be correct. We're all learning here. Say hello to my big cup. Anybody? I'm gonna close it in 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'll show you the answer. Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit in BM. The English version is mighty oaks from little acorns grow. So oaks are really, really big trees. They're massive. And little acorns are their seeds, and they're really small. Compared to the tree, the seeds are really small. So small things have a way of becoming big things. Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit in English. Mighty oaks from little acorns grow. Let me give you an example of how to use this in a sentence or in a paragraph. My brother is in Form 5 right now, and I see that studying for SPM is very hard. Thus, I am preparing bit by bit now that I am in Form 4, like you guys, because mighty oaks from little acorns grow. Preparing bit by bit, sikit-sikit, jadi bukit. Okay, and this is one way to use idioms, peribahasa in English. You say something and then you say because peribahasa. Or you can say something And then you say, I know paribhasa. So this is an easy way to do it. And come back next week. I'll share another paribhasa with you. Your job right now, you learn something new. Time to apply it. In the live chat, make a short sentence with this new paribhasa in English that you learned. Okay? This one means sikit-sikit, lama-lama menjadi bukit. So try it out. I'll give you 3 minutes to do it in the chat. Actually, let me know if you're trying it by writing try into the chat so that I can wait. If you're not trying it, then I will just skip. If you're going to try and make a sentence with this paribhasa, can you write try into the chat so I know you're trying? If I don't get a response in 20 seconds, I'm just gonna go ahead. All right, so we have a very good example from Trisha. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Where are you from? And she writes, I have been saving money since I was young because mighty oaks from little acorns grow. And you probably want to continue by saying, I know that one day my 20 cents a day will become 20 ringgit or something like that. All right, well done, Trisha. I don't know who else is trying because it doesn't really show me who's typing. But I'll give it like 10 more seconds. Like if you're trying, let me know. You can write like hello or I'm trying. Otherwise, we're gonna move on because we got a big topic to discuss today. Ah, Trisha, you're from Selangor? Nice. I hope that you're staying safe because the cases in Selangor, it's going crazy. It's surpassed Sabah already. Okay, Fiona's trying, so I will wait for you, Fiona. Like a good man waits. And while I wait, might as well talk about something. I don't know what to talk about. So I don't know how many of you have a kid at home. Like I have a son and he likes to play with my stuff. So this stylus used to be really good and take a look at it now. It's been picked apart. This button's all gone. Okay, Fiona, I will let you keep on trying. When you're ready, you just put it into the chat and then I will go through it. And whoever else is trying as well, you can do that. I'm not going to wait anymore. We are going to move on. Okay, but you can still put your sentence or your paragraph into the chat and I will look at it later on. Oh, before we go. So I did something really sneaky. Today we're talking about gerunds and participles, right? So I've put two in this example. this one, and this one. How do you know what's a gerund and a participle? It's usually both look like this. It's both a verb plus ing. But what's the difference? Okay, I will explain in the next slide. But I just want to show you that I see that studying for SPM is very hard. This is an example of a gerund. Thus, I am preparing bit by bit. This is an example of a particle. Can you notice any difference between these two? I know it looks the same, verb plus ing, but what is their position and what kind of part of speech are they doing? So that would tell you whether it's a gerund or participle. The thing about this is a lot of these rules are intuitive, so you don't really need to know the names of these things to know how to use them. Okay? But knowing what they are helps you to understand the grammar and helps you to explain it better. So a gerund is a gerund because it functions like a noun. I see that studying is very hard. Even though it originally was a verb plus ing, when it forms a gerund, it acts like a noun. Studying is very hard. Studying is no longer an action. It has become a noun, a name for the action, studying. Whereas it's a particle, because over here, it's not a noun. I am preparing. No, I am a human. I'm not preparing. Right? So preparing is it's not used like a noun. Preparing is used like a particle. It's part of this present continuous verb form that you see in this example here. I am preparing. Currently, I'm doing this preparing thing. That's what it means. Okay, and so that is a particle. To make it a little bit clearer, let me show you the next slide. List it out clearly. So what's the difference between a gerund and a participle? Very simple. A gerund is a noun. For example, hunting is prohibited in the forest reserve. Hunting is not an action. It's actually the name for the action. It's a gerund. He loved gaming. And gaming is the name for the action of playing a game. He loved gaming. Whereas for gerund, it's very simple. If you use the verb plus ing as a noun, it's a gerund. A verb plus ing can also be used as a particle, and a particle is a part of something bigger. So there are 3 types of particles that it can be a part of. Can be a part of continuous tenses, present and past continuous. So this is the singular form. Joseph is sitting. Joseph was sitting. It can also be part of plural ones. They are sitting. They were sitting. Okay, so it's part of a continuous tense form. It can also be an adjective. I worked for a failing company. Verb plus ing, fail plus ing. But this company is failing. I work for that company. Now I don't work for it anymore because it failed. MU played a losing game. How many of you there are MU fans? Say hello. If you don't like MU, say hello as well. MU played a losing game. So the game, MU was losing it. Okay, so a verb plus ing can also be used like an adjective. Finally, it can be used in a present participle phrase. What is that? Screaming crazily, he ran away. So in your head, you're imagining him running away, but this phrase here behaves like an adjective, describing this person. Screaming crazily. This man that's screaming crazily. So he's running away, screaming crazily. Like you would if you saw a scorpion or something like that. Sitting up straight, he pretended to pay attention. So this guy probably kantoy lah, playing his phone or something in class, and the teacher calls him out. He sat up straight. So sitting up straight, he pretended to pay attention. So participles are used in these kinds of phrases as well. All right, and you will see these in the exercises that I'm about to share with you in a bit. So if you have any questions, just type it into the live chat and I will address them when I can. And I see that Pendas Ketchu. Don't think that's your real name, but hello. Nice to meet you. So we're gonna move on, okay? Briefly explaining to you what the difference is between gerunds and participles. So we're gonna move on, and right now we're gonna go into trying to work them out through good exercises. Are you guys ready to exercise? If you're ready, say, I'm ready in the live chat. There are 5 of you here. I wanna see 5 I'm readies. Okay, I see yours. Fiona, I see yours. Penda. There are 3 more people. Come on. Use your fingers rather than just your eyes. Some active learning happening. Hosanna, I see yours. Yes. 2 more people. Come on, come on. You're repeating yourself. So the reason I'm doing this is I'm checking like who's here. And yeah, finally, 1 student is here. 1 more person has left. Okay, never mind. Let's carry on. First exercise looks like this. Fill in the blanks with participles from the box below. Each word from the box may be used once only. So there are 10 here. I will let you try. Now, to make things easier for you to answer this in the chat, if you want to, I will give letters. E, F, G. I'm singing the ABC song. Okay. So to make it easier for you to answer this in chat, you can try these questions. You can type like 1, and then which one do you think is the answer? If you think rapping is the answer, then you write 1E into the live chat, 2F or whatever it is. So you can try this on your own in the live chat. I will give you about 3 minutes to do this. So guys, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. What do you guys think is the answer for number 1? She was blank when the tsunami hit her house. So Fiona says pressing. Anybody else? So the best answer for number 1 is showering. C. So Panda, well done. Fiona as well in the end. What about number 2? Blank with fury, he strode towards the boys. Fury, angry. What do you guys think? You can try and give the answer in the live chat, but I guess that's enough time for number 2. So fury means angry. Which one is the best for angry? This one? Burning. Burning with fury. Okay, let's try number 3 now. What do you think is the best answer for the blank? Loudly, blank, at the gate. Kino asked to see the doctor. So what do you do at the gate? Loudly. Which one do you do at a gate? Gate is like a pagar or pintu to a place. So at a gate, you knock. You knock at the gate. Bang, bang, bang. Let me in. So loudly knocking at the gate. A blank stone gathers no moss. Huh. Huh. What does a stone do, guys? This one. J. A rolling stone gathers no moss because the stone is moving. So no moss can grow on it. We saw a woman blank a basket of flowers. We saw a woman, what, with flowers? Rolling stones, guys. Yeah, you're right. We saw a woman carrying a basket of flowers. The child blank, the road was clear, decided to cross it. Which one? I think it's pretty obvious. The child thinking the road was clear, decided to cross it. Education is the most blank matter now. I'm sure you hear this all the time. So what's good for the blank? And the answer is most pressing. So I'm sure when you see pressing, you're thinking like press, right? Tekan, tekan. But press can also mean urgent. Urgent, very important, right now, you gotta do it. So that's what pressing here means. Rita was awakened by the sound of blank glass. Grass. So Uncle Roger said grass. Where is the grass? Yes. Shattering glass. Almost said grass there. Su Leng found the filling up of those forms a blank job. It's between these two. Which one do you think? D or E? Do you think I live in a cave and I'm not on social media? Social media was invented by my generation, boy. Time consuming, yes. All right, last one. Of course, wrapping. Wrapping the baby up warmly in a blanket, he went out for an evening walk. Let's try the next one. Distinguish the gerunds from the participles by underlining the gerunds and circling the participles. Okay, so if you remember, gerunds are nouns. That's it. Participles are everything else. Okay, so in order to make it easier, I want you to just type the gerund, okay, in the chat when you're trying to answer, because the other one will definitely wait. Okay, so we're gonna read each sentence, and then you're gonna type G for gerund, P for participle. Okay, so going up the stairs, the old man fell down. So this one, going, is this a gerund, G for gerund, or is this a P, participle? Going up the stairs. So this going is part of a present participle phrase, right? So yeah, this is a participle. Playing cards is considered a vice. Playing. Is this a gerund or a participle? G or P? Any idea? So playing cards is considered a vice. So you can see that playing cards, this is a noun phrase. All right. So it's a subject. So it's a noun. So this is a gerund. Walking is an excellent form of exercise. Walking. Is walking a gerund or a participle? G for gerund, P for participle. Let me know in the chat. Okay, yep, this is a gerund, so underline because it's a noun. Dad was leaving his office when he received the message. So what is this? A gerund or a participle? G or P? Yes, was leaving. It's part of the was leaving. So this is a participle. Fighting for breath. What is this? He managed to kick the thief. A gerund or a participle? So fighting for breath. So it's part of a present participle phrase, right? So this is a particle. Circle. The boys were excited at the idea of setting up camp here. Setting up, setting. Is this a gerund or a participle? The idea of setting up camp. So this is a noun, right? Setting up camp. It's the name of an activity. So this is a noun and this is a gerund. It's underlined. Arthur relaxed, dreaming of his future home. Is this a gerund or a participle? And this one is a present participle phrase, dreaming of his future home. You see the comma here? So this is a participle. He heard the sound of children screaming and playing happily. Screaming and playing. Are they gerunds or participles? So these are participles. Okay, it's part of a present participle phrase. While he was standing at the gate, a beggar approached him. So was standing. This is also a participle because it's part of the was standing, past continuous form. Okay, let's try this one. Mala won an award for being the longest serving employee. Longest serving. So what is this? A gerund or a participle? So if you look here, it's used to describe employee. So this is an adjective. So it's a participle. He was punished for stealing the book from Suyin. For stealing. What is that? Is that a gerund or a participle? Oh wait, number 10 has another verb plus ing here, and this is a gerund. Number 11 is also a gerund for stealing. Stealing is the name of the action. I did not like him asking me personal questions. What about this one? Is this a gerund or a participle? So this one is a gerund. It's the name of the act of asking. 13. We saw the hurricane moving towards us. Moving towards us. So is this a gerund or a participle? Whoops. So moving is part of a present participle phrase. That's why this is a particle. Oops. He ruined his eyesight by watching too much television. Watching. Gerund or participle? So this one is the act of watching. So it's the name of the action. So this is a gerund. Last one, he was fighting on the streets when they found him. Fighting. Is this gerund or a participle? So you can see the was here in front, and it's very obvious that this is a participle. Okay, guys, I know it's a little bit difficult to tell the difference, but when you can understand how each word in a sentence functions, then you'll be able to produce sentences that are more grammatical. And I hope that you'll be able to use gerunds and participles more accurately in the future after this class. So let's try and do some error correction. Identify the errors in the use of verbs and correct the errors by using the ing form appropriately. For example, I tied up my hair before wear my blazer. Haha. So there's a problem here. I tied up my hair before wearing my blazer. So add the ing where it's important. So she was angry at Sarah for lie to her. Now, the key here is to look for the verb and decide which verb needs the ing. Okay, and if you want to try and answer this, just type that verb into the chat. So she was angry at Sarah for lie to her. So this is a verb, and this is also a verb. This one doesn't have an ing. This one doesn't as well. But for lying to her, you have to correct this one. After I get to know him better, I realized he was a cheat. Sorry, after get to know him better, I realized he was a cheat. So usually when you use a preposition and then you have a verb after that, the verb takes the ing gerund form. And in this situation, you change this one, getting. After getting to know him better, I realized he was a cheat. And this is a after getting to know him better, I think this is a participle. Oops. Okay, so there are more here. They found the kitten mew on the tree. The verb is found, the verb is mew. Which one takes the ing? They found the kitten mewing on the tree. This is a present participle phrase. Susan went to the tailor's before go to the hairdresser. And it's here. Before going to the hairdresser. After cut her hair, the hairdresser washed it. After cutting her hair, the hairdresser washed it. Mani spent a lot of time loiter in video arcades. Wow, this is old school. Video arcades. How many of you go to video arcades? Where you have those games where you like bang on. So there are two verbs here, spent and loiter. This one is the one that you add the ing to. There is no benefit in waste time in such places. There are two verbs here, is and waste. This one is the one you put the ing to. Okay, because of the preposition here. All right, there are quite a few more. Let's try these, okay? So you can just type in the answer, like 8, and what's the answer? 9, what's the answer? As fast as you can, all right? So I'm just gonna go through these very quickly, and I want to spend the last 10 minutes doing the next question, which is a writing one. So 8, I'm looking forward to have a few days of peace. I'm looking forward to have a few days of peace. So if you see the verb here, this one already has an ing. This is the participle. Is there another verb here? Yes, the other verb is here. And you have a preposition in front of it, so you know this one has to be having. There is no point in blame the boy. Advise the parents also serves no purpose. But without do anything, we cannot put things right. Wow, so this one has 3 sentences in one. Let's fix this. There is no point in blaming the boy. Advise the parents. So verb here is kind of weird. So this one definitely has to be a gerund. Advising the parents also serves no purpose. But without do anything, without doing anything, we cannot put things right. 10. Be careful of make hasty decisions. Discuss the problem with your parents will help. Okay. Okay. I get it. Be careful of, so there's a preposition here, making. Hasty decisions. Discuss the problem. Wait, is this an SPM question? So this one has to be a gerund, discussing. He was fond of swim, but he was prevented from go to the pond by the rain. He was fond of swimming, but he was prevented from go to the pond. From going, preposition. 2 prepositions, right? Going. We were prohibited from enter that area. You see the preposition here? Entering. He preferred play the guitar to revise for his examinations. So you see a preposition and a verb, to revise. Revising. Gerund. Playing. The name for the action of playing the guitar. He preferred playing the guitar to revising for his examinations. 14. I wanted to increase my income by give piano lessons. By give. Preposition, by giving. Like these. We found the kitten. It's kind of boring. You can stop here, but it's kind of boring. Let's make it more interesting. They found the kitten mewing on the tree. Susan went to the tailor's. All right, that's no. You can use the gerund form to turn your verb into a noun. You spent the evening playing chess. All right, that's why all of to you in your writing. And let's do this last activity, which is recreational activities may be expressed by gerunds. The picture below illustrates two hobbies. Describe each hobby with the help of the questions beside the picture. So this one looks like she's playing computer games. This one is reading. So playing. And these two are gerunds, playing and reading. What equipment is required for this hobby? So I think for the first one, it's... And the second one, my students read too. Facebook. The book that they read. Students... let me pick someone from the live chat. Make it more interesting. All right, guys. I had internet problems, and then my OBS software crashed. Sorry for the lagging. I was talking to myself for quite a few minutes there, which is why I really need to invest in a better computer. I'm using a 5-year-old laptop, and I'm using TM fiber internet. I'm paying like $200 to them every month, and the connection is so unstable. I got disconnected just now. So I apologize for you guys for causing you to wait in the lag. I've already done quite a bit of writing over here. So I started to think about the advantages and disadvantages of reading, and I asked you guys to help with the advantages and disadvantages of playing computer games. So you can help me do that in the chat, please. So I can't think of a disadvantage for reading. Anybody have an idea? Let's do computer games. Advantages. Engaging. Engaging. And disadvantages. It's bad for the eyes. Expensive. Okay, so let's just start with whatever we have. Let's try and write a description for each hobby. So let's start with playing computer games. So firstly, playing computer games requires a computer, a mouse, and a keyboard. Where can the hobby be done? The hobby can be done in a fixed place. Because, so it can only be done in a fixed place because the computer is heavy. I'm writing in a weird position, which is why my handwriting is pretty weird. So I apologize if it's ugly. Who among your family members and friends have taken up this hobby? So, Hosanna has taken up gaming. What are the advantages and disadvantages of each hobby? The advantages of gaming are it's engaging, and interesting. Meanwhile, the disadvantages are it is bad for the eyes and expensive. So let's do one for reading. Finally, or maybe I'll use a better one, like on the other hand. On the other hand, reading requires books. As simple as that. It can be done almost anywhere. Who among your family members? My friend Jun Heng has taken up reading. So when you put a comma and a comma here, it's essentially the same as brackets. So my friend, comma, Junheng, comma. So my friend is Junheng. That's one way to use punctuation to show meaning. Last question, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Finally, the advantages of reading are it builds imagination and it, sorry, there's already it in front, so I'm just going to say is. Is low cost. Meanwhile, a disadvantage is It is slow and time consuming. All right. So that's it for the last exercise. This is a model essay. It's very important in any kind of writing to have cohesion, which is why I used connectors like these. Firstly, meanwhile, cohesive devices like these. Finally, on the other hand, and meanwhile. And take note of how I use the comma here. This is something that's useful that you can learn to use. This is advanced grammar. What else can I highlight? Okay. Yep. So this piece of reading, because of the highlighted parts, it makes it more cohesive. It makes it more well organized. And meanwhile, this comma here shows that I'm able to use very complex or very high level grammar for impact to make ideas clearer. And these are all the skills necessary for doing well and getting a high score in writing. So I hope that this was helpful. Next week, we will be dealing with passive voice. I will share the notes with my students in the WhatsApp groups that we have for SMK Tabuan Jaya. For everyone else, if you're interested in having online tuition with me, you can go to this link here. I have online classes available. And also, there is an English learning community with all other students all over Malaysia. You can go to this link here. And I will make this PowerPoint slide available in the Form 4 only channel here on Discord. I also have an SPM Telegram group that you guys can join for notifications and useful tips. And of course, all of the recording for these grammar classes will be available here at this link on YouTube Live. And if you want to attend the live sessions, come on Tuesday at 1 p.m. And that's it from me today. I'm gonna see if you guys have any questions. Other than that, I'll call it a day. So my students, if you are here, please say in the chat, "Thank you, teacher." I'll use that to take attendance. Other than that, thank you. Hey, I see you, Owi. You're welcome. I hope that this was helpful to you. And you changed your name. Okay, no questions. That's great. See you guys again next week. I look forward to reading your chats in the live chat. Take care now. Bye. All the best. Stay safe.